Alright guys, doing our next hymn lesson today. This is Love Divine, Love Excelling, very well-known hymn. I'm going to play it for you as soon as I can sit down. Okay. So we have Love Divine and Love Excelling, love of them to earth come down, and so forth. Hello, I'm Sean Cheek. Welcome to my sight reading lessons for SeanCheek.com. This is the third hymn. I'm going to do a lot more hymns for you on the website. If you can't read music or you have trouble at all reading music, you need to do my beginning sight reading lessons on SeanCheek.com first with the flashcards, and they take you from the very beginning to train your brain to read notes quickly and correctly without looking at your hands. Okay? And then maybe you'll be ready for a hymn like this. Maybe you're ready. Maybe you are already on the level where you can try this hymn. But I'm going to assume you can read music already, okay? We're going to start looking at the key signature. You can't quite see it because I've zoomed in so much, but there's two flats. So whenever you have two flats, you know that all B's will be flat and all E's will be flat automatically. So anytime you have the letter B or E, you're going to flat it. Alright? We're in our common time, which is 4/4. 4 counts per measure, quarter note gets the beat. So all things that we're used to. Let's look at the left hand first. I do left hand first because most people have trouble with the bass clef. Unless you're a trombone or tuba player, then or baritone player, then you're used to it. But most people fake their left hand, so I always like to go with the left hand first. And hymns are great sight reading tools because you can't fake very well. You actually really have to read the notes because the chords change so much. Now we have a B flat on the bass, and the tenor note is an F. Now I'm going to do that with 5/2. Okay, fingerings are subjective. Not everybody's going to use the same thing, but I'm going to use 5 and 2 there. I'm going to play it again, and then I'm going to go B flat to G, and then I'm going to go back to B flat F. All right, and then I'm going to have 2 B flats. There a B flat octave, and then an F and an A with 2 and 1. Another F and A. Then I'm going to go back to B flat octave. And then I'm going to have an E flat and a B flat 4 times. One, you can do that with 5/1 or 2/5. And then here we're going to have an F and B flat. I'm using 1 and 4 on that. Now here, look how far that's spread out. I can reach that because I have a big hand. But you don't have to reach that. Whenever you say, well, why is it so far apart? Because it's written for a vocal line. Okay, that's the tenor note. This is the bass note. Okay, and tenors are here. Basses go down for that low F. What you do when that happens is just play the tenor note in the right hand. So we'll catch that A with our right hand. Okay? So just worry about the F. And then B flat and F here. Okay? Now, so you have with the left hand. Okay, so there's our bass clef. Let's take a look at the right hand, D and F. And what you should do when you practice this is you should give it a try before you watch me do it, because you don't want to just copy me. You want to give it a try yourself first and see if you can know the names of all the notes and get to them. Okay, and do that. Say the notes out loud. That way you make sure that you know what the note is. Okay? If you don't, you need to do my flashcards on the website first. So make sure you download the PDF. All of the lessons on SeanCheek.com. You can download the sheets for them as a PDF, including this one. So D and F together, I'm going to use 1 and 3. Then I'm going to go up to E flat and G with 2 and 4. Then I'm going to come back to D and F with 1 and 3. And then la, 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 la. Now we have some parallel sixths, because the notes are a sixth apart. The alto and soprano are a sixth apart. And I'm going to use 1 and 5 for that. Then when I go down to E flat and C, I'm going to use 1 and 4. Then I'm going to go back up to 1 and 5. 1 and 4 for the E flat and C again, and then D and B flat with 1 and 3. Okay? So when you practice, do 1 measure at a time, and then if it's difficult for you, then try to do 2 measures, and then learn the 3rd one, and then put that with it, and then learn the 4th one, and then put that with it, where you're just working on a chain like that. So
some of you who are good sight readers don't have to do that. You can just read it through. And that's our goal, is for you to get to that point where you can just read it through. But everybody's got to start somewhere, right? So F and A, and then E flat and G right there. And then we're going to do G and B flat, and then back to E flat and G. And I'm just, 2, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 2, whatever works there for you. And then D and F with 2 and 4. And then C and E flat, 1 and 3. And then F, and then B flat and D. Now our rhythm, you just have straight quarter notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Then we have our eighth notes that get half a count, right? 1, 2, and 3. Because eighth notes don't get a whole count, they get half a count. So it takes 2 of them to make 1 count. So that's why you always see them beam together. So because together they make 1 count. Same thing there. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and... Now let's put hands together really slow. Here we go. Ready, and go. Sympathetic vibration, something's vibrating to a B flat. Well, that fixed it a little bit. Anyway, so there's that. On part 2, we'll learn the rest of the hymn like it's written, and then in part 3 I'm going to show you how to start adding notes to fill in, kind of like I did at the beginning. There's a 3-step process to do that I teach everyone how to do that. I've taught lessons professionally for 23 years. And there's a 3-step process that I use to add notes to fill it in, so you're not just playing this basic thing, something to fill it out so that you can play in church for a congregation or whatever to make it fuller. So we'll do that on SeanCheek.com. I hope you guys enjoy the lesson. I'll talk to you later.